Hello everyone. I just want to make a quick video about some things. I'm just not understanding what's going on. I put this post on Facebook yesterday about the halftime, the football game at the Super Bowl, and for some odd reason, I get I'm used to not getting no comments on my posts. Okay, but I didn't get no comments, and I have not gotten any alerts. I usually get at least 3 or 4 alerts, but I haven't got not one. So I'm just wondering, is Facebook doing that? Because I said something about that clown show, and then um, they had on Facebook. I mean, not Facebook, but YouTube. Um, they had this somebody that I follow on YouTube. He was talking about how the conservatives are talking about that halftime show. And he mentioned one particular one particular conservative called
black performers on stage.
Dr. Dre a hoodlum. No, no, he called them all a hoodlum. Um, it, I'm like, I got ready to comment, but I'm like, what's the point? Uh, they was everybody in their mama knew that them white folks was gonna say something, and black people, um, and everybody is gonna say something about that. A lot of people loved it. Okay, we know we don't see that no more. But I really, I know a lot of people probably think I shouldn't say nothing because I'm not really, and this is the truth. I'm not really a football fan. I don't have no idea what they're doing, but I'm concerned about how that makes us. We already going through hell, and it's because of our own doing. You know, um, just like I was reading about this Arbery case. Them three um, individuals, uh, people going around say they in the phase of the hate crime thing now. Okay, now they always talking about, oh yeah, they hated blacks. They always calling them niggers. And they always saying something about black people ain't this and black people ain't that. I'm thinking to myself, okay, tell me something new. They ain't the only ones. Okay. Um, but I want to know. I meant to look that up too. Do we have any black people charged with hate crime? Are we the only ones that are hated on paper? Do we have anybody? I don't remember hearing that charge against any black people. Oh, he's being charged with hate crime. He was heard on the phone calling white people. He was on the phone calling them honkies. I remember one time I said something about white boy, and they said that was being racist. I'm like, really? There's a group called the white um what was it? The average white band. I mean, come on. But why do we sit up there and keep playing? Oh, boo! They hate me because I'm black. For one thing, why are we walking around here acting like you're not living in America? America was raised, was founded on bloodshed of all people, no matter what color. Now you cannot deny that white people would kill white people if they don't like what they doing. Jimmy Hoffa, he ain't been found yet. White people will kill your ass if they don't like you. They don't have to have a reason. Mostly all of until to the last 10 years, mostly all of the serial killers were white. And then of course black people had to get on the bandwagon. You know, they wanted some of the fame. And white people have killed thousands in the name of justice, in the name of progress. And they have the audacity to call other people savages. Just like they even said the Arbery killers was calling black people savages. It, I would have been like, I would have been laughing. I would have been like, you the savage. But no, they want to make a big deal out of it. Come on now. That's stupid. That's wasting money and everything. They've already been convicted, got life in prison. Why are they going to court for a goddamn hate crime? People are so stupid. I guess because if they are convicted of hate crime, they can get federal. I don't know. I don't know. But and then I heard too that they was talking about the halftime was part of hip hop and protest. We are always going to be connected to some kind of protest. We protesting this. We protesting that. We're going to be protesting till we're going to still be protesting in 2050. Why? Because it makes money. It makes money. You know how it makes money? Them people that started Black Lives Matter, they made enough money that one of them bought a goddamn $1 million house. And they still killing, black people are still being killed every day, usually by another black person. I don't know. I don't know. And then when I hear people say, oh, I never thought it would happen to me. Why did it happen to her? Why her? Girl, have you heard the news? Do you look at the news? It's not about why, it's about when and if. You don't know how many near misses we done had with all these fools out here driving. Just like, it's hard to believe. This idiot go through a red light at 100 miles an hour and killed 9 people. All you gotta do is just be riding down the street, get ready to go to the store. And a fool, it go a fool, just take you out. And that's the end of you. Your family members have to go to your room and clean your stuff out. Have to go bury you. Have to give away your stuff because you're not here anymore. Because an idiot got in the car, killed him and his passenger, and 7 other people. 7 people in one family. That's the world we live in. That's why I try to live every day. I try my best to live every day in the day. Not worried about tomorrow. Not worried about what happened yesterday. Because I don't know. Today could be my last day. I could be sitting here in a plane come out and crash into the house. A gas pipe could burst and blow up the house. And just like this man yesterday, he just walked into the store. Just had to be walking at the store. 1 o'clock in the morning. And a fool hits the fence and killed him. And whoever did it just ran off. But I'm just saying, with all this hate in this world, that's why black people are so, that's why everybody is so confused. I look around us and I'm like, oh, we just busy bees, just going here and there and nowhere. Buying all this fancy stuff. What is life? Work, pay bills, have babies, and you go. It's more life than that. But getting back to Facebook, I feel it awful strange. I don't know. I wish I had another platform because I'm really tired of Facebook because these so-called Facebook friends, it's really just a, okay, okay. This Jesse Dollamore, this is the headline: Conservatives lose mind over super tame Super Bowl. Super tame. Why did he say that?
Events like the Super Bowl, conservatives are going to do what they can to get on the radar and register their outrage with whatever nonsense has come along. Yesterday's outrage du jour was the halftime show. Of course, it has to do with the fact that The lineup was largely black. It was not Conway Twitty, God rest his soul. I think he's passed. I don't follow the catalog of the great Conway Twitty. But, so conservatives went all out, losing their minds about the fact that Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg and 50 Cent and Mary J. Blige and a few others. Eminem was there. And I want to play, or I'm not going to play, I'm going to read some tweets of the outrage from the typical characters. First, I want to explore what exactly they wanted in a halftime show. What exactly is it that would have placated them? Save Kid Rock and Lee Greenwood, which we'll get to later. What would it have been? Would this have made them happy for a halftime show?
What I was talking about is not the fact that it was these rappers, but they did nothing for the climate that we're living in right now. They didn't do anything inspirational to help uplift us out of this turmoil we're in. I mean, all the senseless killings, they are so disconnected from what's going on in the neighborhood. They are still reliving their days as Crips and Bloods. Now they have money, influence. And what do? Inspire more killing.
So,
So
he wanted to register his offense. The NFL is now the league of sexual anarchy. This halftime show should not be allowed on television.
okay. Now, I thought it was awful offensive myself having these young, black, beautiful women on there bopping their ass like they at some kind of strip club. I thought that was offensive because you do have kids looking at these games. Now, come on. These, it's like who's in the audience? Mostly white people. And a lot of them are probably older. And you got a stage full of young black girls up there with their ass out, shaking their ass. All these, and then at the end of the show, you want to end with a bunch of inmates in brown prison clothes.
What is he even talking about?
Oh
What
my
would
goodness.
Charlie Kirk's head juxtaposed against the size of his tiny little chiclet teeth? I know it's petty. Come on, that's sometimes you gotta sink low to get the job done, or make myself feel good. Because I also have a giant pumpkin head. It is. It should. That's what should be illegal. This should not be allowed on television. Any television, even if you're streaming YouTube, is the size of this massive pumpkin head. It has its own
Columbus police are searching for two teens following the death of a 15-year-old. Arrest warrants have been filed for 19-year-old Oscar Soriana and 17-year-old Christopher Pedraza Helber. Both are facing charges of tampering with evidence. Soriana is also charged with improper handling of a firearm in a motor vehicle. Now, police say they are connected to the death of Tyshawn Dickerson, who was shot and killed on Ashburton Road on the morning of December 31st. Anyone with information about the suspects is asked to give police a call.
Wow. 15-year-old shot and killed. They're dying younger and younger. I mean, you're in the car with other people and y'all playing with a gun and it goes off and kill your buddy and you just run off. That's what young people do. You know, they're oh. Now I thought this was pretty interesting.
The whole thing with Snoop Dogg, you know what I'm saying? It's good came out, and that's what I'm saying. It's like a promoted Crippin. Jay Z came on from the beginning. They showed a little clip of Jay Z. He had a bandana wrapped around his neck, a blue bandana. So of course Snoop Dogg is a heavily, you know what I'm saying? Came out said they were out of pocket. Who's out of pocket? The NFL or Jay Z?
So that was a way of not
Well, like I
getting
said,
killed and shot because they in LA and they thought
or support stuff like that. NFL definitely out of pocket. It definitely was a good look if you're a crip and stuff like that. But why is the NFL promoting gangbanging?
that's what I want
And
to
the
know.
whole thing, it all happens to be in LA, LA team, LA performers, LA ends up winning. The whole thing, man, is just I can't trust them. And then when it first came, if you go back to when it first came on, right before the Super Bowl even started, what they said when it first came on, they said this is Hollywood. They said that. They said this is Hollywood. So that's telling you right there, this shit is all scripted. Came out said it wasn't a good look, it was making a fad, and they made the whole blood thing a fad. And you gotta remember, it came out, you know, he's from the same era I'm from. Snoop Dogg and then came out. NW wasn't even so much NWA because NWA was they was we heard NWA. They was kind of talking about gang stuff or whatever. They was talking about the scene, but they wasn't like openly claiming Bloods or Crips. You know what I'm saying? People knew Easy E was associated with the Crips and stuff like that. But it wasn't until Snoop Dogg came out and Dr. Dre that's when they started claiming. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Blood, I'm a Crip, and that's when it became um like you said a fad. That's when it became they started promoting it. You know what I'm saying? And Joker's looking like, damn, we supposed to, if a gang member is supposed to be and I said DJ Quick was the one who set the banging on wax. Yeah, DJ Quick was out before then. He definitely was. But as far as going mainstream and monuments like worldwide, Snoop and Dre and with the Chronic, that's what introduced. Like I heard of DJ Quick, but I wasn't even associating him with like a gang.
Wow.
I
I'm
probably seen
glad to hear somebody telling the
from
truth.
the East. I don't know, man. It just comes at a real peculiar time that a Snoop Dogg acquired that, bro. I want to see who Snoop's going to go and who he going to get. You know what I mean? Like just the machine trying to bring jokers back into the whole industry stuff. You know what I'm saying? As being part of the label again. Like, what is this really about? Like I think one of your biz asked earlier, the Snoop acquired the catalog along with the purchase. I'm not sure about that, but I would think whatever is there available to be acquired, as far as like what's still out there, as far as publishing or masters, whatever it is that's in the catalog. Hopefully that came with it because otherwise, like, what if you really buy it? Just the name, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
And on music. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee you that affects the music. I guarantee you 100 goddamn percent. Now they have made it about. the whole violence in the streets is not as before. It was like the vehicle to get to your money. Now the whole end result is just to be violent and talk about who you shoot and talk about
Mm-hmm.
the uniforms. Like to me, it was kind of like it was weird. Like I said, I'm like conflicted about it. On one hand, like I said, I was happy to see it. Keep in mind, we're talking about the NFL, all the racist stuff going on in the NFL and stuff like that. But the other part of it is just like kind of like why, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like a hard thing to navigate, man, because you don't want to sound like a hater on
I
black
know.
music, black people. This
That's what I'm
girl's getting
saying.
bro,
You can't tell the truth.
it's like conflicted. You don't want to sound negative or like a hater, but at the same time, like if I was 10, 20 years ago, I would have been all into it. You know what I'm saying? And your business. As far as the show itself, I'm gonna just say the show itself. I I definitely didn't think it was like this big thing they
It
bought it
was
up and made.
pitiful. They looked tired. They looked old,
You know what I'm
trying
saying?
to
But
be
it was a decent
an
show. It wasn't
old
like how these
gangbanger.
actors thought it was gonna be like some monumental thing or something like that. It was decent. It wasn't terrible, but I can't say it was something I would all. What's the use of going through the whole protest? The NFL is racist. We know it's racist. You either watch it or you don't. You're into it or you're not. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been in the sports for my sports revenge died when I was a
But
teenager. I don't even.
what got me was when I seen them police. I mean those prison uniforms doing the Crip walk or something. To me, hip hop music needs to be played on hip hop radio station. Keep it there. I didn't even let my kids watch it. I mean, listen to it. They would sneak and listen to it because uh, sometimes a song would come on and I hear them singing. I'm like, how they know the words to this song? Okay, so they go home. They now see that's when the MP3 before um all that other stuff came out. You was able to download music on this little teeny thing, and they would go to school and listen to other people's you know MP3 players, and that's how they got to hear all these other songs. And I didn't want them here listening to it. I didn't want them. I didn't let them look at the videos because the videos was nothing but um, women have naked women shaking ass. It had no meaning. It had no substance. It was useless waste of film to me. Not like the videos that I had when I was growing up or when I was younger. uh, and because that music, all it did was entice sex, drugs, and alcohol, and crime, and death. That's all. You know. When it first came out, it was all right. We had the Rappers Delight, and we had stuff that made sense, substance. You're headed for self destruction. All kind of stuff. But now it's just a bunch of words threw together. But okay, let's just hope we don't have to go through that again. And then I found out that Cardi B got an award for her song, the rap. Ugh, garbage. Oh, I'm so glad I lived through the great Supremes and Temptations and Earth, Wind and Fire and the Manhattans and Billy Ocean and because now these kids, I mean, it's some decent songs out, but they don't play him enough. You don't even know about him. That's what I'm saying. They couldn't have got no other rappers. Is that what it is? Because they was out there in LA like he was saying. What do that mean? Wow. Well, we'll find out years from now. Okay, thanks for listening. Have a good day.